How you doing, YouTube? How you doing, YouTube? How you doing, YouTube? How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back to another review. George. Say hi, George.
Hi, George.
That's what I like to hear. George is here to drink some beer. And I was a poet and didn't know it. Danny, that's what the heck just happened right now? Anyway, we're going to be doing a Deschutes Abyss. Have you had this before?
Have not.
Neither have I.
This is my first time, and this is aged.
2013 bottle. Typically, Deschutes wants you to age their beers, specifically like their bigger beers, their wax top beers, their Black Butte, their Abyss, things like that. So we got a little wax, we got a little age, beautiful fucking combination. So yeah, as far as what it says in the bottle, Deschutes Brewing Company, Bend, Oregon, The Abyss, 2013 reserve. This bottle actually is courtesy of Ryan. Thank you very much, Ryan. We were supposed to drink it together.
Thank you,
but
Ryan.
Then he kind of poo-pooed on a bunch of reviews and waited too long, so I'm drinking it now. So, suck it.
Sorry, Ryan.
Anyway, yeah, no, not sorry. It
Sorry,
sucks for
not
you.
sorry.
Good for you. Anyway, let's see. Best After, which I love. I love Best After. There's this whole big Born On or Best Before. There's so many beers that are so much better. Don't tilt it too much. That is Best After or is aged. So yeah. Anyway, I'll whip you. All right. Anyway. So yeah, we have 11% alcohol by volume, and it says on the bottom, The Abyss malt beverage brewed with black strap molasses. That's kind of apropos.
Wow.
Let's see, licorice with cherry bark and vanilla added with 6% aged in oak bourbon barrels, 11% aged in oak barrels, and 11% aged in oak wine barrels. Now listen.
That's going to be a lot going on with it.
I get the whole, blending thing, but doing the whole, I'm doing 19.6% here, 13% there, it's a little bit pretentious.
Just a bit, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I really can't add much to it.
George is a great color man. So anyway,
yeah, I'm great.
It's his first time on video. That's what it is. I thrust him into this. We're doing a bottle share, so such is life. Now, the whole story on the side of the bottle. It says it's dark, it's deep, it's mysterious. This Imperial Stout has an immeasurable depth, inviting you to explore. And discover its rich, complex profile. The flavor of the special brew draws you in further and further with each sip. The Abyss beckons. Enjoy the journey. So there you go. So now I'm going to cut the sucker open, which actually makes for absolutely fantastic video.
Oh, the whole cutting sequence.
Yeah, the cutting sequence. See, the thing is with the cutting thing is it's usually pretty easy like that. You don't have to really battle at it, but people like to open their bottles and pour them and then do a video review, and I actually hate that. When people do it, because there's a lot of reviewers out there on the internet that do reviews and they're not actually reviewing the beer that they're reviewing. Or I assume they're just end up pouring a beer and they're you don't actually know what they're drinking. To actually get a visceral reaction from not just a pour, but from a initial experience is the most important thing. So there you go. Pass this off. Got a couple guys off camera waiting for that shit. So there you go. First things first. A figure and a half coffee color head. What I like my coffee to fucking look like. Super creamy top. And guess what? It's fucking dark.
It's
because you could see nothing through that. There you go.
No,
my
it's awesome.
non-professional assessment is it's dark. Yeah, I would go with that. So let's get a nose. Cheers. Fruity, dark fruits, dark bright fruits. A lot of cherry. I'm almost getting a ton of just fruit at the asshole. You guys can speak off camera too if you want to just hammer in on
asshole.
Yeah,
he said asshole.
Well,
so
that's Chuck.
It is confirmed that the word asshole is here.
Everything, that's Chuck, and you know how everybody talks about frog legs taste like chicken. Everything tastes like asshole to Chuck, so that's kind of his shtick.
Trying to quit.
I'm getting a nice fruitiness there, a little bit of molasses. It's it's a bright, dark fruitiness. It's weird. It's almost Belgian-esque.
I'm not
What do you
really getting the
smell?
molasses out of it. I'm getting the fruit. Getting the cherry out of it.
Give me that
But
back.
he needs another hit.
The ever so slightest bit of roasty, toasty malt. But yeah, that fruitiness is cherry out the wazoo. A little bit of fucking molasses, and it smells pretty good and nice.
Really does.
A little shoe leather.
Thank you for sharing it.
Cheers.
There's a lot going on with that.
It's a good beer. It's
That's
definitely a good
solid.
beer. I thought it would be better, though. To be perfectly honest with you. Not picking. A little bit dry. A little bit drier than what I typically like my bigger beers to be, or stouts, stuff like that, especially barrel aged. Usually talking about like a decent amount of sweetness there. This has a little bit more drying than I like. I mean, it's personal preference. But it's probably one of the scariest beers ever, because I could probably beer bong this and be fine with it. And then go into a coma. And with alcohol poisoning. So, yeah.
And most of the stuff they mentioned, like I'm not really getting much of the licorice out of it. Other than that, I mean,
Well, you're talking about having barrel aging. You're talking about
Right.
mixing, they're blending, they're doing a bourbon to oak to wine barrels. I'm getting a little bit of tannic oak. I'm getting a little bit of almost like tart wineness. The molasses, like you said, a little bit hard to pick up. But it's a cool beer. It's a delicious beer. But I think two things. Either it's past its prime or it needs a little bit more time. Given the fact that it's 2 years old, it's kind of hard to say.
right.
But here's the thing. Nitpicking. Grand scheme of things, it's absolutely delicious. And
definitely.
I
I
would
can't
drink
contest
this
that.
all day long. What do you think, Pisto? What do you say, big? So,
His tail's wagging. My tail wags when I sleep too, so.
yeah. Yeah. Well, I only wax my coccyx. I said wax my coccyx because I don't know what the fuck that means. Anyway, rating wise, let's see. I would give this a 90. I want to give it a bigger score. You don't have to grade it if you don't want to, but I just grade all my beers because that's what I do. I would give it a 90 overall. I thought there would be more to it. Even though it's a delicious beer, just falling a little bit short than my expectations. It's kind of a little bit weird to say because you should go into shit like kind of open-minded, but
Right.
90 overall. What do you think? You don't have to grade it. You can just talk about it.
I would be like the stingy German judge. I'd be like 75, 80.
Really?
It's
Okay.
still it's
well,
still
your
good,
pal's
but-
stupid, so we're gonna stop talking. Anyway, no, I'm joking. Go ahead. Keep talking. I'm just being an ass.
hating on me. I mean, it's,
It's actually an inside joke. Not between me and you, so.
you're throwing an inside joke to someone that's not part of that joke. So
Which is
Outside,
just what I
inside.
said. Yeah. No, talk about it. Like,
I mean, for the taste, it's fantastic. Like when I look at the bottle,
you would rate this a 70?
I said 75 to 80. I
Okay,
mean,
you
it
rate this
could be
as
to an
75.
80.
What would you rate at 90?
Genesee cream. No. For a 90, I mean, there's a lot of factors into it. I mean, they listed a lot on here that it's part of, but like, you know, it's a malt beverage brewed with, you know, X, X, and X, and X, and I'm only tasting 2 out of like 4 that they're
fair enough.
like.
Yeah, fair enough. No, it
I mean,
makes sense.
if you're gonna post like, you know, we threw all this into it, and
If it says what it says, you want to taste it, and you're not getting all the things that
Right.
it's saying. So, I mean, that's absolutely valid. You know what I mean? But from a base beer score, for me, pure enjoyability. I don't rate on style. I don't rate on whatever. I personally, and it's not poo-pooing on you or anybody else.
oh yeah, no.
It's like I rate on what I think is enjoyable. This is a 90. Like, there's a lot of beers that could be better than this, but there's actually flip that. there's a lot of beers that can be less than this, but not a ton that can be better. And that's just only my own grading scale. Like it's unique to me and a couple other people. Anyway.
And I mean, I appreciate what they've done with it. I think it's a great beer. It's like if I walk into a store and I see it, cool. But obviously, finding it anywhere is Northeast PA. No, I can't find that anywhere. So I mean,
well, it's Deschutes. Deschutes that gets zero availability by us.
Thanks, Oregon.
So yeah,
no,
well,
it's
actually, thanks
thank
Philly. It's not them.
Thank Philadelphia.
Yeah, so it's them, not us. So yeah, overall grade, I would give it a 90. Availability and value, I always do that whole thing. I picked this. Well, I didn't. It was given to me, but I've seen this close to Harrisburg for $17 a bottle.
Oh wow!
And on that scale, I'll give it a 7. And availability, I would give it a 3. Only because where we live, your mileage may vary. Take that with a whole grain of salt because who knows what you're getting, where you're getting it. But in the end, poo-poo availability, decent value. But I'm just saying, if you have a chance to pick this up for $17, I would say do it just to give it an experience. But in the grand scheme of things, it's not something you're going to seek out. It's not like, oh my God, it's blowing me away. It's the best thing I ever had.
Right.
But it's a really nice offering, and I'm glad I have it.
I'm glad I was able to come up here and be a part of it. I mean, I've always watched your videos, so this is awesome to actually be here. And this is my first video cherry popping, I guess.
Yeah. Raw dog, no lube, baby.
Barrel-aged cherry popping, I guess, is how he'd want to put it. But yeah.
So there you go. 90 overall for me. What did you give it? A 10 out of 100?
10 out of 100. No, honestly,
I'm joking.
8 to a 9. I mean, it's great, but the availability really kills it for me because Oregon has some great stuff. They've got Deschutes. They've got Deschutes. Deschutes is awesome, and I really wish we could just get a lot more of it, and I don't have to drive.
Driving sucks. So yeah, he gave it an okay score. I gave it a great score. Decent value and availability. So there you go. If you like what we like this, molasses, oak aged, barrel aged, what we like. If you like Firestone Walker stuff, you'll like this. If you like, if you like Sunday Morning Stout, you'll love this. This is kind of like very reminiscent to me. Sunday Morning Stout, even though there's not a ton of coffee they list on here, but it definitely has a coffee presence for me. If you like Imperial Stouts that are more like I want to say barrel aged, but more subtle barrel aged, you'll like this. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed your review. If you did or you didn't, or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below and like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. If you'd like to check us out anywhere else on the internet, me, Massive Beers, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Tap. Hannah George here. Where do you find you on the internet?
Instagram under George in Transit, and Facebook George Zerbless.
There you go. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice barrel-aged stout right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.